Hello there, welcome into this latest edition of the SAU Men's Basketball Coaches Show. I'm Daniel Gallegos, joined alongside head men's basketball coach Andy Sharpe. And Coach, this coaches show is going to serve as the preview for the Great American Conference tournament coming up. You and your team have qualified for that championship tournament once more, really with a late season surge, because looking at it a couple weeks ago, just how everybody was log jammed. There were some teams that were going to have good seasons that were going to be on the outside looking in, and we were in that mix there for a while. But then these last three games, you turn it around, winning the last 4 out of the last 5. You put yourself in a great position going into the Great American Conference Tournament. Now as the number 5 seed, you tied for 4th in the overall standings. Talk a little bit about these last 3 games, starting first with the Ouachita game at home. They were tied for the lead in the conference, a big win there. Followed up with the win against Oklahoma Baptist and close out the year with Southern Nazarene. So just talk about the end of your season.
Yeah, you know, the last 3 games were really important. As you alluded to, there was a big log jam with a lot of good teams kind of clumped in there together. And the teams that were going to separate the last week or so of the season were going to get into the tournament. And, you know, our conference is so even, top to bottom. You know, there were going to be some good teams at home. And, you know, ironically, Southeastern Oklahoma, who swept us, is not even in the tournament. You know, so it was a big 3-game stretch for us. We knew that, you know, we needed to at least win 2 out of the 3 to secure ourselves. You know, but playing here at home, we wanted to win the last 3. And, you know, it was easy to get the guys up for Ouachita, you know, being they were in first place and they beat us at their place. And just a terrific game, especially the second half in that OBU game to withstand their run. And, you know, we just kind of chipped away, and then we look up and we're making free throws to salt the game away. So a really big win, a momentum win. And as a coach, you worry yourself to death going from playing the first place team in Ouachita to the last place team in Oklahoma Baptist the following game. And again, fortunate to win that game and then move forward to Southern Nazarene to close it out and win on senior day was really big. So really happy with how we finished. You know, we always haven't finished very well and finished games, and you know, to finish our season on a 3-game winning streak was big and have a lot of momentum now going into the tournament.
You know, and looking at the numbers too, over the last probably 5 or 6 games, your offense has really elevated itself, but it hadn't been one player in particular. It's been a very balanced scoring attack. You'll probably have a rotation of 7 to 8 guys coming off the bench. How important has that been to be balanced to where you're not so dependent on that one go-to scorer if they have an off game, to know that you've got 3 or 4 guys that can pick it up at any given night?
Yeah, it's really been big for us this season. You know, our defenses haven't been able to really key in on one guy, and you know, we've really been an inside-out team, and our posts have really kind of established things. And I thought Southern Nazarene did by far the best job this season in the last game of really congesting the paint area, and they took away our post game. And fortunately for us, our guards were able to make some plays, and Deshaun Dockery and C.J. Elkins both put constant pressure on the rim, so we were able to make enough plays with our guards, you know, to win that game. You know, so offensively we're starting to hit our stride. We're shooting at a higher clip. We're still not shooting the 3 very well, and we're getting some open looks, and you know, I think those 3s are going to start falling here. But you know, we're going to be an inside-out team. I feel like our 4-post group is the best in the conference, and it's just one of our strengths that, you know, we take 2 out and put 2 fresh ones in, and we feel like we don't lose anything. So we'll continue to play inside out and get into some screen and roll action that can be hard to defend, and hopefully you know, we're going to score enough to win games. But defensively, we got to keep bringing things, and you know, we're one of the best defensive teams in the conference, and we lead the conference in rebounding and things like that, and we've got to continue to do that.
Coming into this conference tournament, you're the number 5 seed, as we talked about before. The number 4 seed, Southwestern Oklahoma, a team that this season, 2 losses, but they were by a combined 5 points. A tough loss here at home, and then going on the road, a very tough loss there at their place a couple weeks ago. Are there any advantages or disadvantages to what happens in the regular season once you get to tournament play, or is it just you kind of go from there?
It kind of depends on who you ask. You know, if you ask Coach Battisti at SAU, he would probably say, "Oh man, I don't know. It's hard to beat a team 3 times." You know, and we've said that before as well. We're excited to play SWASU. The last game in particular just left a horrible taste in our mouths, being up, going down the stretch. I think we were up 6 or 7 or 8 in the last 2 minutes and lost the game. Missed some free throws, and lo and behold, they hit a shot at the buzzer to beat us. And just a tough loss for us. Really took the wind out of our sails. So that was the last time they saw us. We felt like we played a really good game up to the last 2 or 3 minutes, and had a good game plan, and guys executed and just didn't finish. And I think now that we've seen that we're able to finish some things off now, we're excited to play SWASU. We feel like seeding really doesn't matter in our league. You can draw them out of a hat. It's so even. So, but it's always good to play a team that's beaten you twice. You got a little extra motivation, and I think our guys will be ready to go.
We appreciate it very much for your time. Again, that's head men's basketball coach Andy Sharpe. He and his Mule Riders back in the Great American Conference Tournament in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. It'll be this upcoming weekend. The men's tournament tips off on Thursday night. SAU has the final game of that opening day, the 8 o'clock game, again, as the 5 seed taking on the 4 seed Southwestern Oklahoma. Be sure to check MuleRiderAthletics.com for all your pre- and post-tournament coverage. Coach, we appreciate it. Best of luck.
Thanks, Dan.